Welcome to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, where you can listen from any device. Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank.
Play ball!
It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And we welcome you into Coles County today for a double dip between the Mount Vernon Rams and the Mattoon Green Wave. Chris Hugo with you, Danny Czerwinski, of course, here as well. It's Avery Park back at our Mount Vernon studios. The Mount Vernon Rams looking at above the 500 hump here today. On the road at Mattoon. The Green Wave stand in the way. This has been a nice annual rivalry between these two teams, a doubleheader on a Saturday. Alternating sides, of course, the JV playing at Brennan Klein Memorial Field today, and the big club up here in Coles County. Of course, Danny Czerwinski alongside, as aforementioned. I'm Chris Hugo on your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers can fix them or detail them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS. Of course, DC, a big one today for the Rams. 2-2-1 on the year. A good doubleheader, great competition, of course. Mark Jackley's team is 1-1 on the season. The Rams are 2-2-1. Should be a dandy today, although it's going to be cold.
It's going to be cold. We are in the comfort confines of a wonderful press box / concession stand facility. And outside, the wind is gusting out of the north, which will be blowing from left center to the first base foul line at about 20-25 miles an hour. So if we were outside, we would be miserable, but we are inside. We'll let the players play outside. We'll do the game from in here in this nice press box.
No doubt about that. Landers Collision Centers, of course, big or small. Landers fixes the ball. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888. Landers treated well every time we come to Mattoon. This is our third trip to Coles County this season. We have more to come next. We'll take a break. We'll come back, talk more about the Mount Vernon Rams, their efforts to this point. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Feed me, Seymour. Red Lake College's production of the cult classic Little Shop of Horrors is coming Thursday through Sunday, April the 3rd through the 6th, to the Red Lake College Theater in Ina. This musical is a spoof of the 1960 film about a Skid Row floral assistant who discovers a carnivorous plant. As the meat-eating plant grows, so do the problems. Thursday through Saturday performances are at 7 p.m., and a Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m. Tickets are only $12. Call the Red Lake College box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Going to get an early start here in Mattoon, a doubleheader, Game 1. It's coming up here in just a moment. It'll be presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. So if you give a Landers Library there, that would not have been a good combination. But how about Community First Bank of the Heartland? Home of the One Account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Of course, an annual battle here on the diamond between the Rams and the Green Wave. 2-2-1 are the Rams. 1-1 are the Green Wave. Both teams 500, looking to get over the hump here today, although both teams could theoretically, with a split, leave here 500. So we'll see what happens today. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Meet your Page Insurance batting order for the visiting Rams in just a moment. Page Insurance, of course, on Crown View in Mount Vernon. Call for a health quote at 242-7000 or log on to pageinsurance.net. What a cool day we have here. Winds will be out of the north at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Game time temperature should be around, looks like it's only 40.
High wind blowing 20 mile an hour. It feels about like 22 out there.
Thank goodness we're up here.
Well, there's no doubt about that because it is not warm right now outside, but that's while we're here and up top. Wonderful baseball field. We could see a little bit of it tonight. We were here in November for football when it was warmer, but this baseball field is a tremendous looking facility.
Well, it's kind of one of those crazy things that it's actually warmer in November for playoff football than it was, or than it is right now, of course, for spring baseball. So, Rams and Green Wave coming up in just a moment. Of course, Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Avery Park back at our Mount Vernon studio. Dimensions here at Mattoon, 320 down the lines, 360 in the gaps, and 380 the straightaway center. So a definition of a baseball stadium indeed. Of course, you travel some places, you're not going to see dimensions that deep. Mount Vernon Rams, of course, used to that at Brennan Klein Memorial Field. Of course, have made the trek up here numerous times. Going to see if they're getting this varsity game in. They're getting the JV game in back home as well, as the Green Wave and Rams, of course, travel to alternate sites. What I think is cool about it, because the JV gets a chance to play a doubleheader on the varsity field.
You get a chance to do that. Of course, Danny Clark, I'm sure, was out there before the sun tried to come up today and was out there getting Brennan Klein Field dry. Here, the field looks in very good shape. They also have tarp here as well. And they've had some grass. They've had to add around the lips, stuff of that nature, around the bullpen and then around the pitcher's mound. So things are looking really good here in Mattoon. The weather's going to be a factor. Everybody's got to deal with it. So they got to play 2 games. Maybe they'll get used to it and go.
Appreciate the hospitality of Dave Beath, of course, the athletic director here at Mattoon. Third time we've made the trek up here this year. Of course, Rams football, Lady Rams basketball, and now for Rams baseball. So we appreciate all the hospitality we've been afforded over the 2013-14 sports season. Speaking of the season that continues on, Rams baseball today. We need to meet the Mount Vernon Ram batting order, courtesy of the Page Agency in Mount Vernon. Call for a health quote at 242-7000.
Nanook of the North heading to the first base box. Leading off will be Ryan Campbell and short ball by second baseman Reed Millwood. Batting third, catcher Thomas Weber. In the cleanup spot, first baseman Jake Pike. Batting fifth, designated hitter Jackson Horton. He is designated. He's DH for Blake Jones today. Batting sixth is Sam Storm at left. Batting seventh, Zach Gines in center. Batting eighth, Derek Hayes at third. And batting ninth, Connor Story for Kim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams.
Should be an interesting one today. The Rams will see right-hander A.J. Deepholtz on the mound. They have not seen him pitch. He got to start at first base last year in game number 2 of the doubleheader. So we'll see what he comes with today, but a very promising future for their pitcher on the mound today. Mitch Godden, I believe it is, will get started at third. Ryan Hutchinson is at shortstop. Clay Tucker at second. Tanner Scott's at first base. Corbin Richardson, Carter Price, Peyton Hartbanker outfield from left to right. And Joey Alley, I believe it is, Alley, will be your catcher behind the plate for the Green Wave.
Learn something new every day when you come up to Coles County. Find out things about athletic directors. But
and Veith and people back home.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mr. Veith does a good job. AD, he was one heck of a baseball coach at Nashville.
Yes, he was. But once upon a time, the Rams and the Hornets used to play each other on a regular basis. They haven't played, I believe, since 2009 in high school baseball. Just one time since we've been broadcasting the games here on WMIX. It'll be Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber to start things off here in the top half of the first inning. As first pitch will come right now. It is going to be foul off. Nope. Yeah. Ready for it. If I guess fouled off from my perspective. My depth perception not the best. But it's an 0-1 count here at 12:44, so a 16-minute early start. Having too much fun back and forth. Teasing some people from back home who have connections up here. 40 degrees is your first pitch temperature. Winds could be gusting to the north at 20 to 30 miles per hour. Deep holds the pitcher, of course, out of the stretch, right-hander. Able to jam inside on Campbell. He'll foul it off. Spacious foul territory here. It's over the third base dugout. It'll be 0-2.
Today, they're starting 15 minutes early. I would suspect there's going to be a lot of speed-up things going on. Pitchers going to get out there. Pitchers going to throw strikes. Might be like getaway day from spring training in some of the games yesterday and today in the MLB where they're going to swing to get to the next city quickly. As this one is nice and chilly outside.
Here comes the 0-2 to Campbell. Fastball on the outside corner, and there is your cold weather strike zone. It'll be a backward skate for Campbell to bring in Millwood with nobody on, one out, top of the first. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of Rams Sports here on WMIX. Find them online at comfirstbank.net or look for them in Jefferson County. There's 5 branches, Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn. And Ina, first pitch to the right-hander Millwood's going to be inside. He's going to say a plunk. The umpire says no dice, and it'll be a 1-0 count.
Yeah. Mr. Millwood has got the stocking cap on, or the thing that fits underneath the football helmet. Didn't hit him. I didn't think it hit him. I didn't see it. No, didn't hit him. Nice try, though. Reed, though, is going no batting gloves. That's how tough he is.
Rito Burrito follows us on Twitter. So should you. We are at WMIX Sports as he both gets set. Here comes. This one will be off the glove. Nice stab by the second baseman. As Millwood races down the first base line, he's going to be safe.
Give that one a hit. Reed hit that one. Put that fastball right back up the middle. People, all he could do is get his mitt on it, and the second baseman, Tucker, fumbled around out there. Millwood beat it out anyway for a single.
That'll bring in Tommy Webbs. Thomas Weber, the catcher, batting third, leads the team in just about every offensive category outside of running.
You know, this kind of facility like this
would have been a good idea.
Oh, it could still happen. You know, press box.
Never give up hope.
Oh, you could still do it out there.
Oh, yeah, because that's yeah, they take care of things. Weber, the catcher with a runner on first. Diving back, of course, is Reed Millwood. Sophomore, played football for Jared Shaner. Spent a lot of time on the varsity squad. Didn't get in much. Served as a backup quarterback to Dylan Reeves.
Good memories, obviously, for Mount Vernon fans that trek up here and look back over their left shoulder behind the third base dugout.
I believe 43-42 was that final.
Well, one thing, I wouldn't want to pole vault up here. I told you that coming in. Risking life and limb at pole vault this win today.
People pitcher out of the stretch. The right-hander to first pitch to Weber. That looked like it was right across the plate. 0-1 to Thomas. Jake Pike on deck here in the top half of the first inning. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. If you know on Broadway in Mount Vernon, find them online at fordsquare.com, where you can also schedule your service appointments online. Runner on first, top of the first, no score. 1 out and 0-1 count on the ramp catcher, Weber. He pulled set. Here comes the pitch on the way. Took something off at that time. Good bender just across the inside part of the plate, 0-2.
And one of those you have to follow. That's one you got to follow there, is that the way Deepole is pitching already, working ahead on a cold day like this. That's nice to see if you're a defensive fielder.
Nice move over to first base, but back in time with a head first dive is Millwood. 1 on, 1 out, top of the first, no score yet here from Mattoon. 1 of 2 games we'll have for you today on your home for every pitch of Rams baseball, WMIX. 0-2 coming inside. That's a little too far inside. The count will begin to even itself out. It's 1 ball, 2 strikes, with 1 gone if you're just joining us in the top half of the scoreless first. Campbell struck out looking. Millwood singled off the glove of the pitcher. And now that pitcher, Deepole gets set. Here comes, out of the stretch, 1-2, curveball in. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
A little cooler here than what it was when we left King City.
Yes.
You have the rooftop over in right field.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Nice residential area here.
Uh-huh.
It's 2-2 the count to Thomas Weber. Here comes. Fouled sky high. Could sneak over the backstop. May not. Spacious foul territory. As that is actually going to get out of play thanks to a little gust from the gods. And we'll do it again at 2 balls, 2 strikes. A runner on, 1 out, top of the first. Still no score yet. We got started at 12:44 if you're wondering why we're already going and not in our pregame show. Green Wave and Coach Jackley took the field at about 12:25. Rams took it thereafter, and we got underway. So the rest is history. And right now, the Rams trying to do some damage in the top half of this first inning. As Deepole will fire one in, and that's going to catch the outside corner. Both outs or strikeouts called here today.
Mount Vernon is looking. Not much going on, not much swinging. Bought a ticket for this one, and unfortunately for the Rams, 2 strikeouts already.
They get punched twice.
Jake Pike up at the plate. He was in the Lions Club All-Star game at Rend Lake last night.
He had a busy day. Here comes the first pitch to Pike. It's going to be low. Shikari Hawkins also played the game last night. Should have asked Wade who won. Just talked to him about that this morning. Wade Thomas served as Ron Weidmiller's assistant last night in that All-Star game. Andy Sloan was another of the head coaches. Jeff Lon, I know, coached a year or two ago in the game. Lady Rams basketball coach. Runner going, throw down to second. It's going to be well in time, and that's going to do it for us. Through the first half inning. No score yet from Mattoon. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. The price you see is the price you pay. Save big on the full lineup of Chevrolet cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Save over $7,000 on the North American Truck of the Year, the Silverado. Get low lease payments on the all-new Chevy Impala, a Consumer Reports pick. But hurry, this is for a limited time only. Come to Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXSports.com. We head to the bottom half of the first inning. No score yet in Mattoon. We need to meet the Green Wave batting order, courtesy of the Page Agency on Groundview in Mount Vernon. Call for help, quote at 242-7000.
Counter Price, followed by Peyton Hartbank and Ryan Hutchison. Through 4, 5, and 6, Tanner Scott, Sean Dawson, and Mitch Godden, and then 7, 8, 9, Clay Tucker, Corbin Richardson, and Joey Alley. The Green Wave of Mattoon.
There you go. Defensively for the Rams will be Blake Jones on the hill with Thomas Weber behind the plate. Derek Hayes, Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, Jake Pike from third to first. Will be Sam Storm and Zach Gines. Connor's story from left to right in the outfield. No score yet. It'll be a pin. Almost line out the closed window.
I took the over in the Kiwanis Lions Club boys game last night.
I hope you did. Here comes the first pitch. First pitch will be a strike to the left-handed batter Carter Price, the center fielder, with Peyton Hartbank, Ryan Hutchison to follow. Then we got a final score for the
141 to 140. Coach Thomas loses.
0-1. Here comes.
He was the defensive coach in that game. He didn't tell us that this morning.
Well, defense optional with the head coach of that team. No kidding. 1 ball, 1 strike. He was a panelist a couple of weeks ago on the Saturday Sports, one of our better ones. Ground ball to second. Picked up by Millwood. Fires over to first base to Jake Pike. And Carter Price goes down 4-3 to bring up Hartbank with nobody on, 1 out. That's scoreless bottom half of the first.
I think we'll see here in this game body language. We'll be able to tell here from our high above roost here, about 4 sections of fence high, that you're going to see a body language on these two teams as the day goes on, who can actually get themselves into the ball game mentally and not be cold all the time, all day.
I think we'll find out as the first pitcher for the lefty in the lineup is Hartbank. He'll foul it off to the backstop, 0-1. Should be back-to-back games for us in press boxes. We had the Benson on Monday. The Rams and Rangers, 4:30 first pitch, 4:15 pregame here on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. The 0-1 outside. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hutchinson on deck. I believe him to be right-handed. So left, right. In the Green Wave batting order, start things off in the bottom half of the first. Check swing. It's high. It's 2-1.
There's going to be a lot of balls driven in left center today. Evelyn cut cross that way.
Jones will fire another out of the windup, and this will be fouled off. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jones, the little brother of 2012 Southstone Player of the Year, Zach Jones, who I believe is the all-time save leader at Mount Vernon High School. Season, maybe career. As we wait the next one for BJ. Make or break. This one's going to be lined to the left center field. Gines is going to get a good angle on it. Should limit it to a single. Put 1 out.
Well, Gines went out there in the center field and kind of played that one very cautiously. Ball was bouncing around, zipping around out there off that turf, which is the grass. The Giants played it cautiously. You could see Hartbank had intentions on going to second, but didn't make the turn.
And with one out and a runner aboard, that'll bring in Ryan Hutchinson. Tanner Scott to follow here in the first, barring a double play. No score yet from Mattoon. Game 1 of 2. It's a doubleheader today. We'll have the second game for you following this one. I get you some of America's best music between games as a curveball is going to hit off the plate. Miss off the plate, rather. 1 ball, no strikes to Hutchinson. Scott to follow, maybe Dawson, depending upon how far it goes. 1 out and a runner on first base. Nice little lead. Payne Hartbank checking over is Blake Jones. Tag applied late by Jake Pike. Not much doing over there at first base. In case you missed it, the dimensions here, 320 down the lines, 360 in the gaps, 380 to straightaway center as Jones out of the stretch. We'll see one lifted towards right center field. Giants will be on the run, and he is not going to get to it as that's the base of the fence. 1 run will be waved in the score. Here comes Hartbank, and they're going to hold Hutchinson up at second on the double.
Well, that ball was driven in the right center field, and of course, when you put a ball at the current, that wind cutting that way, it's going to carry it away from Giants to almost a warning track. And that ball was driven deep into the gap, and Mattoon jumps out on top 1-0.
Early lead. That'll bring in Tanner Scott, maybe to clean some things up with the runner on second base. RBI chance for the cleanup hitter Scott, the first baseman, a big burly right-hander. He is 0-0 according to the height on the roster. I printed off online. It's going to be a ground ball to Campbell. It's short, fires over to first. Good throw across the diamond. 6-3 will be your second out, and it keeps the runner at second base.
Safe play. Runner knew the ball in front of him at second base, couldn't advance to third, so it's a 6-3 ground out. It's a nice out there for Jones to get the 2 outs and keep that runner at second right now.
That'll bring in Sean Dawson, the DH, with an RBI chance. 2 outs in the bottom half of the first, 1-0 as Mattoon jumps out on top on the RBI double by Ryan Hutchinson. Here it comes. First pitch will be fouled off toward the practice football field. And it'll be 0-1. That's to our right. First base side.
Surrounded by all kinds of facilities. The way this school and setting is laid out. Soccer's all right, tennis as well.
Here comes the pitch in the dirt. Can stop by Weber to keep it in front, but the runner will advance to third base. So the second run of the game is that much closer, and now with 2 outs and a 1-1 count and a 1-0 ball game. You hope at this point, if you're Blake Jones and the Rams, to keep the number from becoming too crooked. 1-0 score. Maybe a chance to get out of it here. Dorman, Gines, and Story are your outfielders. This is the next pitch. 1-1 will make 2-1 as it's outside of the low. Deshaun Dawson. Your infield, Hayes, Campbell, Millwood, and Pike. Weber behind the dish for Blake Jones. I hear him call BJ throughout the season. As the 2-1 counts, swung the miss to leave things up. A high fastball 2-2.
Dawson chased a little bit that time. Fastball high and out of the zone, away from him. Couldn't catch up to it.
See what happens on the 2-2 pitch out of the stretch from the right hand to Jones. This one's going to be popped up right field. Story will read a little bit, make the grab. Should be 3 outs, boys. Now everybody will come off the field as they realize it's the third out. Mattoon scores a run. They're half the first. It's 1-0 Green Wave. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at TonyWilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Back in Mattoon, 1-0 Green Wave on top of the Mount Vernon Rams as we head to the top of the second inning. For the Rams, it will be 3-4, or ranked at 4, 5, and 6. Jake Pike, Jackson Horton, and Sam Storman due up. This is shifting of the batting order yesterday. Pike had started the season with 3-hole. They moved Weber up for hoping to get some protection in the lineup, as Weber presumably leads the team in most offensive categories, including batting average, extra base hits, among others. So Pike, the lefty, will start things off against A.J. Diepholz, the right-handed pitcher. He actually had a 1-0 count working his last time up when Reed Millwood was gunned down trying to steal second base. Diepholz sat out of the line, kind of. Here comes. Bunt popped in the air. This will scoot to the foul territory as it was able to get at least one hop. It'll be 0-1.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Backspin down the third base line from left-hand hit. More than not, time than not, I should say, is going to hit and come back towards the third base dugout top territory, and that's what it did.
And it's sparse today here in Mattoon, and I can't imagine why. 40 degrees at game time with winds gusting up to 30 miles per hour out of the north. That means cold winds. Pretty chilly day in Coles County. Curveball is going to be a soft grounder back to the pitcher. Diepholz comes off the mound to get it. Fires over to first base. There, Surge, for first out of the inning. Nobody on, one out for the lefty D.H. Horton. See Coach Holloway maybe trying some things and trying some different lineups to see what's going to work best. See what gets this team on a roll. 2-2-1 coming in. Of course, losses to Civic Memorial and Salem and a tie with Waterloo. As this one is going to be popped up foul third base side. Catcher third base will give chase. It's just into the netting, and it'll be a strike for Horton. 0-1.
Well, wind messed that one a little bit, blew it around.
Two teams meet every year, same Saturday in March, for the first 2 weeks of the season. Of course, they've met in the postseason before, 2011 sectional semifinals. The last time. 0-1 the count. One gone. Nobody aboard here. Top of the second. Green Wave on top. 1-0. Horton at the plate for the Rams, and he will take a strike. It'll be 0-2.
Like Coach V said a while ago, if it's dry and it's cold, you can play. But if it's wet, you're not. So you got to get games in when you can this time of year.
You never know what the next week might bring. 0-2. Come on. Upswing. Foul. Liner.
Lane 5. Now cutting over. Ball's been banned and kicked out of the race. He's in lane 6, 7, 8. Now he ran off the track.
8-lane track.
Yep.
Not too shabby.
Nice.
So it is. 0-2 coming. Ground ball. Third base side picked up by Hutchinson. He'll fire over, and a nice stretch there at first base. Tough stretch by Tanner Scott, but they'll get the out 5-3.
Tanner Scott looks like a first baseman. Just absolutely wears the pants, wears everything, just looks like a first baseman.
Like I said, Hutchinson, I meant Scott. That used to play third. 2 outs, nobody on. Inside pitch will come. Looks like it missed off the plate inside to Sam Storman. 1 ball, no strikes. Yesterday, Rams got another win from Tyler Morgan. He has both on the pitching staff. Around the 24 strikeout mark after an impressive performance yesterday. Second pitch, that just caught the inside corner of the plate, about felt high. It'll be 1-1 now.
He's about the only one we can guarantee won't be pitching today.
Yeah. I believe Connor Story got the save yesterday, his first, as his 0-2 is going to, or 1-1 I should say, is going to miss high to make 2 balls in the strike to Storman. Zach Giants here, should the inning continue. He's on deck. Community First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Tell you more about them after the 2-1 pitch. Maybe this will be a ground ball. It'll be up the middle just past the diving Hutchinson. And a 2-out single from Sam Storman. 5 Jefferson County branches for Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking.
Nice little swing by Storman. Didn't take a real big swing. Just punched it right back up the middle for a base hit. Nice job of hitting.
Going to bring in Giants with a runner aboard. 2 outs. Top of the second. 1-0. Mattoon on top. Rams looking to try to tie this one here, but it's going to take some 2-out hitting. He pulls out of the stretch. He's going to fire a fastball past the swinging Giants for 0-1.
Feels like 30 degrees outside. Temperature at 39. Feels like 30 with that 20-mile-an-hour wind out of the north. A tight, catchy.
0-1 the count. Here comes the pitch on the way to Giants. He will rip this one to the shortstop, Hutchinson. Fires the second for the out, so 6-4 on the force. This is how the inning will end. We are through 1.5, still 1-0. Mattoon, this is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You hear about truck months? Well, 2014 is already setting up to be a truck year. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ram truck dealer at King City Chrysler Center, Mount Vernon. Backed by popular demand, ABC Ally Financing is back. All 2014 Ram Quad Cab Express, Bighorn, and Outdoorsman models qualify for this program. Not only do you get a $2,500 rebate, Ally Financial will give you $3,000 on top of that. That's $5,500 in total discounts, plus you will get a low finance rate for up to 84 months. Payments could be as low as $350 on a new 2014 Ram Quad Cab truck. Come see one of our sales associates who will help you find any other qualifying discounts. Hurry to King City Chrysler Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, or browse our inventory online at kingcitychryslercenter.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And welcome you back, Mattoon. Second inning, bottom half. It'll be Mitch Godden, Clayton Tucker, and Corbin Richardson for the Green Wave. They have a 1-0 lead as we head to the home half. This is the 6, 7, and 8 spot. These are the 6, 7, and 8 spots in the Green Wave batting order. First pitch is going to be ripped towards shortstop. It'll be up the middle for a base hit. Single for Godden.
If Jones keeps working up in that area, a lot of people are going to get hit. You have to get the ball down a little bit, belt high and above. Hitters love to see that, and that ball was sitting there late to be stroked, and it was by Godson at center field for a base hit.
Clayton Tucker, a runner on, nobody out. Bottom half of the second inning, just past the top of the 1 o'clock hour. We'll take care of that in just a moment. Runner on first for Jones. Out of the stretch, the right-hander will come. Swung on and missed. It'll be 0-1. Yeah, we'll have time to take care of that. That's okay. 0-1 the count. Runner on, bottom half of the second, 1-0. The host, Green Wave on top, the Rams. Open for double play as they check on the runner. While that is going on, we'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
Listen online at WMIXsports.com or crank us up on WMIX Mount Vernon, the legendary Withers Broadcasting Station.
And the 0-1 is going to miss low. It'll even things up here. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's who we are, according to the Federal Communications Commission. I'm Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Avery Barton back to the studio there at Mount Vernon. Bottom half of the second inning, 1-0 ball game. Green Wave on top, looking for more offense. As this will be another high pitch, but it'll be a ground ball, I should say, to Pike. The second for 1, back to first. Not going to get the other, as this will be a 3-6. Get the lead run at least.
Well, I got the lead run, and then Pike had that ball coming to him. I think was able to get up onto it before that third hop, and then made the very difficult throw as usual from inside to first base, back to second to Campbell. Campbell had an opportunity to get the ball to first, but definitely not going to get Tucker out.
So another runner on first base, sizable lead, more of a marginal lead with 1 out. Here comes the first pitch to the right-handed Corbin Richardson. He'll take it outside for a ball. So 1-0 here to the left fielder Richardson. The Valley to follow on deck here for the Green Wave. Looking to add to this 1-0 lead in the bottom half of the second inning. Say about our video streaming in a moment. As the next pitch, I should say, the 1-0 pitch will be on the outside corner, 1-1. Video streaming returns in August. The Mount Vernon Rams at Taylorville Tornadoes in Week 1. That'll be presented by Red Lake College. Yeah, you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. And while you're there, you might as well see Blake Jones fire over to first base and check on the runner with nothing doing. Not that they would have that. That food's starting to settle on.
The wind's kind of blowing out now.
Be all over the place today. Full string on that one. It's going to be 1 and 2 now. Swung and a miss by Richardson.
Now we might have some hits out in the outfield carry a little bit. That flagpole is going straight out.
Check on the runner at first. Nothing to it. All right. That's what it looks like. Rider up here.
Oh, we were right there in the car.
They're done that. Swung and a miss on the 1-2. Good pitch on the outside corner. Would have been a strike regardless. That'll bring up the catcher, Alley. With 1 on and 2 outs, bottom half of the second inning. It's a 1-0 ball game. Green Wave on top. They're wearing their yellow tops, green numerics trimmed in white. Gray pants with a green stripe. The Rams are wearing gray pants. Black tops with orange numerics trimmed in white.
What's going on here? Not quite sure. Hard. Doesn't look happy about something, but I'm not real sure what his issue is with something.
Sure what his beef is. 2 gone, runner aboard for the Green Wave. Here comes the pitch to Alley, and that's going to catch the outside corner. Right-hander falls behind 0-1 to Blake Jones. Jones backed up by Derek Hayes at third. Ryan Campbell at short. Reed Millwood's at second base with Jake Pike at first. Catcher's Thomas Weber. Stormont, Gines, and Story in the outfield. Here comes the pitch in route. Swung on miss. They'll throw behind the runner. Just beats it back. Kind of a tough play for a left-handed first baseman. Have to reach back for that tag as the runner's diving low. Check on him again. That's a little bit easier play. Made it look easy. They picked the runner off at first base. We are through 2. Still 1-0 Green Wave. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Byron-Nolan, and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OBGYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important, so why not get OBGYN care right here close to home by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care. Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Headed to the top of the third in Game 1. The Mount Vernon Rams trailing the Mattoon Green Wave by a score of 1-0. It'll be 8-9-1 due up for the Rams. Derek Hayes, Connor Story back to the top of the order with Ryan Campbell. As the Rams seeking some offense here. Top of the third, 1-0 ball game. Of course, Green Wave on top, as we told you. Offense maybe. I can not see very much of it today. Of course, the wind was blowing in, but if it blows out, you may see a little bit more. But give credit so far to the Green Wave. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors. They stranded a runner. The Rams have no runs on 2 hits. They have also stranded a runner. Hayes will lead things off against the right-hander defense.
1-0, 2-1, 3-2 kind of game is what's set up here for these 2 games in this weather today.
Hayes shows fun. It's going to drop it down third base side of the mound. Default's going to have some troubles with it, but fires over to first base. Clean throw, and 1-3 will be your first out.
2 years ago we were here, and the weather was actually pretty good. 50, 60 degrees, warm, wind not blowing. It's actually kind of a nice day. Today is not ideal baseball weather, but it is here in March in Illinois.
Well, the temperature was nice that day, I remember. It was still windy, but the temperature's definitely a lot warmer than. Here comes the pitch. First one by the left-hander, or to the left-hander Story. He'll take it on the outside corner for a strike. So 0-1 to open things up here in the third inning. Tony Will brings you your scoreboard updates. We'll try to get you some of them throughout the day. And this is going to be inside. Just caught the inside corner of the plate. The lefty Story, 0-2. Tony Will, you can find him online at TonyWill.com. Look for that white State Farm Jeep around town, or you can always find Tony in his office at the corner of 42nd at South Water Tower. Next one is Story well inside. He'll turn in. It's 1-2.
If I were an umpire today, or I would make the strike zone big enough that everybody'd have to swing.
Sounds like a brilliant plan. It's the 1-2. Off that foul tip. Catcher didn't come up with it, but he'll fire over to first base for the out. Here's out number 2 is the Rams. 2 hits today.
One score is Civic Memorial 11, Alton 3. First game on the doubleheader.
Baseball. Civic baseball, not too bad. A tough Mississippi Valley Conference. As with 2 outs, base is empty. Campbell's going to send one to the shortstop. Hutchinson picks it up, going to have a tough play, makes it, and 6-3 will retire the side. So 1-2-3 go the Rams here in the third, through 2.5, still 1-0 Green Wave. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Welcome back to Mattoon. 1-0 Green Wave on top as we head to the bottom half of the third inning. It'll be Joey Alley, Carter Price, Peyton Hartbank. More Mattoon. Rams Baseball on WMIX, presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Mount Vernon Dix Woodlawn and Ina. Home of the One Account, free checking, high yield interest. One means more at Community First Bank. Here comes the first pitch. Foul off. It'll be nothing at once. Slow dribbler past the catcher. It'll be no balls and a strike. Alley had an 0-2 count working whenever they picked the runner off first base in the inning.
It always helps out a batter when you get to see pitches previous inning and you get to see much of them, and then you come back and go again.
Popped up for right side of the infield. Millwood's going to call everybody off, and he'll make the grab at the skin of the grass first out. Second Chance Auto, one of our Rams Booster sponsors. Largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced under $10,000 in one location. The Second Chance Auto, Route 140 East in Mount Vernon. And great financing for all, as well as no fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals. Lefty back to the top of the order for Price. This is going to come inside across the plate, nothing one. Hartbank's also left-hander. He singled scored his last time. Price extra ground out to second. Hartbank's for the difference of the ball. Here comes way down and miss. Pretty good move for that first. Nothing to do. Away to the next one on the way, and as we swung a miss, never going to come up with it. He'll make it an easy throw down the first base. I say easy. I kind of love the trouble. This Jake Black would like to argue that point. That would be easy after Weber threw about an 85 clear down there and bounced, and then took a funny hop off the dirt pipe, and they would grab it out of the glove with his bare hand. That's when they cut. It is cold, and holding the baseball and gripping it correctly and throwing it are going to be an adventure all day today. The added premium, as Hartbank will say this, he would score back in the first. He'll check his swing on a pitch low. Looks like that pitch. They won't deal at first base. Umpire suggests it's cold enough today. You check when you strikes. Very different rules today on the weather like this. Here comes the 0-1. It's going to pitch low this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hutchinson in the on-deck circle. He had the RBI double back in the first. Even the Green Wave the lead. Will it get to him? We'll find out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Jones working out of the lineup. Again, right-handers off. Going to come inside. Off of the plate. With the game yesterday, 2 today, and 5 next week. Utmost support the starting pitchers come out to go deep into the game or complete games to try to save people for next week as well. Without checks. Did check the swing that time. It looked like it was across the plate. Must have been a vertical issue. Maybe 3 balls and a strike to Hartbank. So looking like it's trying to interference. Up from behind Klaus. Here comes one inside, and this is going to be a 2-out walk, so we'll bring it right up just with the runner aboard. Hartbank gets on for a second time. Do that. Back to the 3 spot, Hutchinson.
A lot of blanket white coats, hoodies, everything. Some people wear shorts. A lot of layers on a day like today. No, Jared Shaner, Rams football coach, is not with us. That's going to miss outside Hutchinson. 1-0. 3-1 if return trip back to it after last appearance here. Bit of a lead for Hartbank off the first. He walked 2 outs. They're going to check on him. That's do it. Out of the third, 2 outs. So pitch is win this just outside the right-handed Hutchinson. It'll be 2 balls, no strikes. Runner on first again. 1-0 ball game. Center fielder Zach Giants going to shape his stance towards right center field. Allows us to see the Green Wave behind the 3-8 marker. And this one will be lifted to the right center field. Giants on the run. He's going to be a tough play off the wall. Well, they bring in Hartbank to score. They're going to wave around. Yes, indeed. It'll be another RBI double. Right, almost a video replay of last time that ball was driven in the right center, tearing away from the center fielder. That time Giants and everything you do was hop off the fence and catch it, take it off the fence, and then throw back in. It's 2-0 Mattoon. Just like that. Mattoon's hitting the ball very well today, driving the ball deep into gaps when they need to.
And here comes the pitch on the way. This will be Tanner Scotty, ground out to short as last time. Takes a pitch off the inside corner for 0-1. Rich Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Avery Barton back at around for the still going for the pickoff play. The throw will literally get away this time. It's no joke, but backing up is Giants, and I don't think the Hutchinson saw get away or just
No, Hutchinson didn't see it, and lucky for Mount Vernon, Giants didn't get a good break in on it to start with, and then at Hutchinson, because he was laying there diving head first back in the bag, really didn't make much of an attempt to get up and run to third.
So Rams get a bit of a break. It's 0-1 here to Scott. Pardon me. I don't know why I'm so tired. Here comes fouled off first base side. I watched the same game. Nothing to do. You got my energy going.
I'll bet you weren't close to what I had.
Well, no. But then I watched the end of the other game, too.
Yeah.
I know you don't care, but it is what it is. Runner in scoring position, RBI chance for Scott, 0-2. The count with 2 gone. It's 2-0 Green Wave. This will be a called third strike. You got to swing if it's close on this cold of a day. Through 3, 2-0 Mattoon. This is Now for the Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Are the features with your free checking account disappearing? Hi, this is Nina Reitnauer, Relationship Banker with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. A free checking account from People's National Bank includes unlimited check writing, no minimum balance requirements, online banking, bill pay, a Visa check card, and only takes $100 to open. Stop by People's National Bank and get the free checking account you deserve.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC. Non-usage fees may apply.
Has bad credit or lack of credit kept you from buying a vehicle? It won't at Automart of Salem. Automart of Salem is your buy here, pay here headquarters. All credit applications are accepted, regardless of your credit history. We take pride in our selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each vehicle is inspected by our experienced service department before it makes the lot, something that is not done at many other buy here, pay here dealerships. This is Manager Amy Thompson. I encourage you to come see me today. I will not allow your credit history to stop you from getting behind the wheel of a pre-owned quality vehicle. Come see me at Automart, located next to Schmidt Ford in Salem.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
5 Jefferson County branches are responsible for quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC. They're also the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. And here on WMIX Mount Vernon right now, the Rams trail the Green Wave of Mattoon on the road 2-0. As we head to the top of the fourth with 2, 3, and 4 due up. It'll be Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber, and Jake Pike to get things started here for the Mount Vernon Rams, who are here. Comes the first pitch on the way from deep post. That'll tail low and away to the right-handed batter, 1-0. 2 runs for Mattoon so far, 7 hits. But the same dynamic duo as that's inside, turns Millwood in 2-0. Art Bank gets aboard. Hutchinson brings them in. Back-to-back RBI doubles for Ryan Hutchinson. Basically 2 at bats. Art Bank singled and scored in the first, and then walked and scored in the third. That's a half inning to go. 2-0 the count to Millwood. Here comes. Takes on the outside corner for a strike. He singled his last time up, but was caught stealing at second base in the first inning. Kind of set the tempo. 2-1. Yep, ground ball to his counterpart at second. Shouldn't be a problem for Tucker. He'll fire to first base. There's your first out, 4-3.
And Mr. Peebles is pitching today. Of course, on a day like today, it's cold, wind blowing around, ball's not going to travel too far, although Mattoon has proven that today a couple times on hits. You want to get out on the mound and throw, because this is the day where it's advantage pitcher.
That'll bring in Thomas Weber. He struck out his last time looking. Moved up to the 3 spot yesterday, and he'll take a pitch to the dirt outside. It'll be 1 ball, no strikes to Weber. Pike on deck here for the Rams. If anybody gets aboard, we'll see Jackson Hort, the DH. Red Lake College powers our video streaming again. It returns in August for the Rams and the Taylorville Tornadoes. In high school football action, this is going to get past the catcher on a pitch in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Red Lake College has over 100 degree and certificate programs from which to choose. Find out which is right for you at rlc.edu. And apply online while you're there. Maybe you want to major in poetry. Get your prize. That live read. 2-0 coming inside. There's count now.
Blowing out. Today, now it's switch, so it's going to blow out to right field. It is screaming out there.
3-0 coming. Obligatory. Nope.
Not walking. Nope, too high and away. Weber reaches with 1 out. This is where, again, you're getting offense from Weber. There's a courtesy runner. But you're getting offense from him. You've got to get other people to join in the fun now.
See, they do is Jake Pike will stand in with a runner on first base, 1 out. Zach Brookman is your courtesy runner. 2-0, Green Wave on top, the top of this 4th inning here on the road in Coles County. Nice trip up. Didn't take too long. We were efficient about it, for the most part. First pitch to lefty Pike. He's going to take it inside, and they're going to go ahead throw down to second base, although Brookman stops about a quarter of the way there.
That catcher is going to make through a throw. Get a practice in, see how the wind's blowing. Threw it down there.
Hutchinson came across the bag to intercept. And here we go in the at-bat. 0-1 the count to Pike with a runner on first base, 1 out, top of the 4th, 2-0 ball game. Green Wave struck early back in the 1st, got another run across the plate in the 3rd as Zeepholz is out of the stretch with the runner on first base. Looks over his shoulder, comes home with it. Breaking pitch to Pike. It was left up. He fouls it off to the third base dugout.
Our friend's parked so far away, he doesn't have to worry about today. He can watch the game in total relaxation.
I thought it was 1-1, but no. They're going to check on the runner at first base with 1 out. Top of the 4th inning, 2-0 ball game. Now, Vernon Mattoon, a nice little rivalry here on the baseball diamond. One of the first ever games we brought you when we started doing Rams baseball here on WMIX, starting with just home games way back when, as this is going to bounce around into the dirt, 1-2.
There we go. Let's see Mount Vernon try to start a runner here.
Brookman, the runner on first. That's going to be an awkward swing for Pike. The runner's going. And he is going to be safe at second base. They thought they had to strike him out, throw him out.
Now you can see the shortstop, Hutchinson, swipe tag as the courtesy runner went by. It looked to me like he got him on the back, but the feet by the umpire's ruling were in before the tag on the base.
So 2 gone here in the 4th. Rams have a runner in scoring position. It'll bring in Jackson Hort, the DH, see if they can bring him home. A piece of 2-out hitting. Center fielder shading towards the left, but not by much, just so we can see the Green Wave side. This is the first pitch ball to Horton. The DH today batting for the pitcher, Blake Jones. Stormman to follow. Should Horton keep the inning going here at the top of the 4th. Pitch coming. That's going to just miss low and into the left-hander. 2 balls, no strikes. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by King City Chrysler Center. 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Homes, Express Lane, fast oil changes, and more. No appointment needed. Quick service. They have bays open just for you. Walk right on in. Get your oil changed. Get a tire aligned. The tire rotation. Get them aligned. Windshield wipers. Might need them in case they come flying off of your car around 145 or Route 45 or anywhere about Southern Illinois. 2-0 the count. Runner on second base. 2 outs here in the 4th. Horton set. Check the swing. Looks like it's low.
Now, Horton got a count in his favor. 3-0. Expect him to take 1, maybe 2 in this case.
3-0 the count. He holds the pitcher out of the stretch. He'll come home with it here on 3-0, and that is going to catch the upper part of the zone for 3 balls and a strike. Good take there by Horton. Back to the runner on second as the pitcher. Now here comes. That is going to miss high. It'll be a 2-out walk. There's the corner for Sam Storman, who singled his last time.
Opportunities here in the middle of the bottom part of this order. Who can step up and get a hit and drive in some runs? That's what Tim Holloway's looking for.
So we bring in Sam Storman, top of the 4th, 2-0 ball game. Green Wave on top. The Rams have the tying run on first. Zeepholz out of the stretch will come. But then Storman's going to foul it off over the first base side fence. It's almost caught by a spectator. One of our Rams booster sponsors, Winning Edge. Baseball and softball season are here, but what about your corporate season? Make the call to the bullpen for Winning Edge's high-quality embroidered apparel to equip your employee team in style. Winning Edge, downtown Mount Vernon. Runners on first and second. 2 outs. Here comes the pitch to Storman. It's going to be overhead. He'll duck out of the way. 1 ball, 1 strike. His thing's even up. 2 on, 2 out, 4th inning. 2-0 deficit for the Rams as Storman will stay alive and foul off.
One thing about today's Cougars is everybody will get foul ball. That way they can move around and run.
Great opportunity. Get the blood flowing back through the legs. It is a cold one down there on the field. Glad to be up here. Glad to be with you in the mobile studios. Some scoreboard updates throughout the afternoon. Took something off at that time. On the 1-2 pitch, it's Storman will strike out swinging. The Rams strand a pair here in the 4th. They trail 2-0. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
It is powered by Community First Bank. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball here at Mattoon. Game 1 of a doubleheader. Bottom of the 4th we go, 2-0 Green Wave with Dawson Gott and Tucker due up in the Mattoon lineup. And this will be a first pitch ground ball to Ryan Campbell. The shortstop picks it up, fires over to first base, and 6-3. Overtime to DH Dawson.
A lot of early count swinging today. He's got somewhere to go.
Tony Wilt brings you your scoreboard updates all day and all season long. Find him in his office on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower. Worldwide at TonyWilt.com. Go to the White State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state with Tony Wilt State Farm. Right-handed batter, of course. Mitch Gott, the third baseman. Singled his last time. And now he's going to knock Blake Jones out of the way on a line drive back up the middle.
He just drove it right back up the middle. Hit where Blake Jones's feet were until he jumped up. Jones fell on the mound, and Tim Holloway's going to go out and check on Mr. Jones.
Pretty good vertical.
Actually, Tim Holloway stops for third baseline. It will not be counted a trip since he did not cross the baseline.
On his first rodeo.
No, Jones is okay. Smiling about it. Probably a little embarrassed. He had to jump up out there and came down uncat-like on his belly.
Doesn't have those bright orange shoes. Only half bright orange are his baseball cleats. Turned around and lifted in the left field. Storman will give chase and can't come up with it. It'll be first, maybe second. Runner's unable to advance very far. Good cautious base running that time by the lead runner, Mitch Gott.
I'm not real sure what happened. Sun's not out. It's a cloudy day. The Storman looked like he overran it. Looked like he got underneath in the ball, maybe because he stopped and the wind blowing out away from him, pushed it back behind him, and now it goes an E7. Can't give him a hit on that one. It tipped off the glove.
Reaches on an error, does. Clayton Tucker, Corbin Richardson will stand in, the right-handed batter with 2 on. No, make that 1 out here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. 2-0 ball game. Pitch and route showing Bond. It's going to be pushed down to the first base side. The pitcher Jones gets there. Pike back to cover first. And 3-1 will be your sacrifice, or make that 1-3 will be your sacrifice.
Yep. That works out. I don't know. With 1 out, runners at first and second, I don't know if I'd want to bunt anybody over. I think I'd rather want that guy swinging away if it was me. But
I won't have caught him off guard enough for the base hit. But still, why the risk? Alley flew out to the second baseman who was on the skin of the grass last time, Green Millwood. But the Mattoon catcher stands in with 2 on and 2 out. Takes it low and away. It'll be 1-0 here for Joey Alley. Alley is a junior. About 5'7", 5'8". As we wait the 0-1. Opposite way, it'll be foul. Nobody's going to get there. And it'll be 0-2. Not bad. Well, maybe not.
I'm reading mine. was. I'm not. I'm ignoring it.
Back in the third, this will be a ground ball to second. Could be all for naught. Well, maybe not. A run's going to score. There will be an E4. And reaching on the air is Joey Alley. Rare miscue by that position.
Yeah, second base. That ball rolled, and it looked like, hands were there, glove was there, and the ball hopped up, took a different hop, hit in the palm of the glove, tipped away from Millwood, and a third Mattoon run will score in the unearned variety. That one there, the other two are earned. That one's the first unearned run.
2 errors in the inning for the Rams, and after error-free baseball since the opening game of the season, they might have had one last night. Nope, no, they didn't. So after error-free baseball, after the first game of the season, the Rams have 2 in the same inning. In the bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Green Wave on top, back to the top of the order. Carter Price struck out his last time swinging. Now has runners at the corners, 2 outs. Jones will see this one. The outfield for a base hit down the right field line. 1 run will come in to score. It could be second and third thanks to the speed of Price. He was headed for 2 all the way.
He just laced one down the right field line there right over top of Pike's glove. Landed just inside the chalk out in the outfield grass. Rolled in for a double. And Mattoon right now, with a little 2-out bingo, leads 4-0 here in the bottom of the fourth.
Tim Holloway will make his way out to the mound this time. It's presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway. That's in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the mound for the Rams, the Lady Rams, as well as all teams and the local community. We'll talk some things over there at the ball, but a wait for Peyton Hartbank, who's been aboard twice and scored twice, thanks to RBI doubles from Ryan Hutchinson.
This has been an inning where Jones has gotten some pitches up, but, of course, if the ground ball out is handled, then the second run of the inning does not come in. That's kind of where Mount Vernon's at right now. And, again, with the errors and everything, it rolls back over, of course, to the top of the order, and the number 2 hitter, Hartbank's up, and he's reached twice and scored twice.
First pitch of the at-bat to the left-hander, Peyton Hartbank. Looks like it caught up upper edge of the zone for 0-1. And a tie on the pitch today between 2 Waterloo teams. Waterloo Bulldogs and Jabot tied at 1. Girls soccer today. That's going to be in the dirt. A good stop by Weber to be 1-1.
Carbondale beat Mount Vernon 7-0 today in soccer.
Wow. Scoreboard updates presented by Tony Welch, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for him in his white State Farm Jeep or see him in his office. His physical address is at the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower in the King City. Pitch on the way. This is going to be lifted foul behind us. It'll make it 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 gone, 2 aboard. The runners are on second and third. So runners in scoring position here for Peyton Hartbank, who singled and walked today. Scored both times. Looking to extend this 4-0 Green Wave lead. Jones, the pitcher out of the stretch. Here comes. Going to be inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This would be a big out. I think Jones needs to get out of here and cut the damage to 2 in this inning, keep it at 4-0. That way you can at least load the bases and maybe tie it up if something goes right.
2-2, it's 2 out. Here it comes. This is going to be a ground ball with the second baseman. Millwood picks it up, fires across at 4-3. We'll retire the side, so you can't have an RBI double from Hutchinson again. He'll lead off the 5th. We head to the top half of the 5th. Bottom of the order due up for the Rams. They trail 4-0. This is Mount Vernon Baseball, proud WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
It's time for every golfer's favorite holiday. Super Demo Day returns to the Rinley College Golf Outlet Saturday, April 5th from 10 till 4. Free range balls, free fittings, and free expert advice from industry professionals. 12 of the hottest brands will be showcased, including TaylorMade, Callaway, and Ping. Hit some balls with a new 2014 driver, like the new Callaway Big Bertha, or get fitted for the new Ping I-25 irons. Real golfers can't miss this event. It's Super Demo Day, Saturday, April 5th at the Rinley College Golf Outlet, just off the interstates in Mount Vernon.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. As we head to the top of the fifth, a 4-0 ball game sees the Green Wave on top. Bottom of the order coming for the Rams will be Zach Giants, Derek Hayes, Connor Story. No runs, just 2 hits for the Rams. They've stranded 3. They do have 2 errors on the day. While 4, I'll write that down in the book. Green Wave have 4 runs, only 2 earned. They actually have 6 hits, I believe. They've stranded 3, unofficially. That's just a quick
had a hit inning, 2 in the first and fourth. And with 3 more chances left to go for Mount Vernon, 3 innings, 9 outs, it's time for the Rams to get some action going here and get some runs on the board in Coles County.
They need some life. Let's see if Giants can provide it a start, take the fastball up and in. Just underneath the elbows, and it'll be 1-0 here to Zach. Community First Bank of the Heartland has the 1 account. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Just ask for 1. Is looking for 1 run at least. His Giants will pop this one up, soft pop-up.
Off the trademark is where that went, off the wooden bats. Off the trademark, big swing, kind of like the bat cracked. It didn't, but it had that sound to it. A meagerly hit ball to short in the air.
So this will bring up Derek Hayes. He grounded out to the pitcher his last time. I'm not trying to.
I know.
I'll try to keep talking to him. Not yawn at all, but
we better get talking.
Yeah, here it comes. First pitch swung on the miss with the low fastball. Nothing to 1 to Derek Hayes. Connor Story on deck for the Rams with nobody on and 1 out at the top of the fifth, trailing 4-0.
Got some Hardy fans out left center field above the 360 side.
Yeah.
Sitting on top of a truck.
That's well done.
Carhartt. And,
don't have to pay admission that way.
No. Not that they're charging today, but, I mean, that's diehard fans out there. That cold in left field watching the game.
No balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the Hayes. Well, there went the Hayes. That's off the elbow.
He got
funny
hit
about that.
No, but he got hit, and he won't feel it till Tuesday. A little opportunity here. Mount Vernon needs to take advantage of such things. Batter gets hit by a ball. He gets to go to first. Needs to get that run in.
Second Chance Auto has your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced at $10,000 in one location. Plus bank rate financing for all. Visit the folks at Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East. In Mount Vernon, one of our Rams boosters. Runner on first, 1 gone. The lefty Story at the dish. He struck out his last time swinging. He'll take a first pitch ball, 1-0.
Belleville West beat Tinley Park Andrew 5-4 in the bottom of the 7th.
West beat the Orphans of Centralia yesterday 5-1. Not a bad Maroon team that we'll see late May, as this will be bunted foul. Early May, but late in the season. Count is 1-1 to Connor Story. Got the save yesterday. The Rams beat Decatur St. Teresa 3-2.
Would you try that?
Had it.
How is it?
Not bad. You stop changing our menu every 5 days. Those are 1-1 counts, swung on a miss, but that's been a staple for a few years.
Right.
For a decade at least.
You know what reminds me of? Cheeseburger soup.
Ugh.
Yeah, don't try that.
That does not sound appealing to me.
No, it is not appealing.
1-2, Kevin. Ooh, that'll wow. Third strike on the outside.
That was a bender, curveball, 12-6, Adam Wainwright, and that pitch was, I don't know, about a foot off to the right of the plate that it was going to get called anyway. This kind of weather, you got to swing.
Something else not very appetizing to me is a cheeseburger pizza, because to me, you would think that would have ketchup instead of regular sauce.
Yeah?
Here it comes.
I mean, why a ball in? Why would you need a cheeseburger? We just ate. We promised everybody we just ate.
Well, you just put slash some ground beef on a pizza that's technically a cheeseburger pizza.
Right.
Unless you have ketchup.
That's what hamburger's for.
That's not very good, because ketchup heated like that turns rubbery. As we wait the 1-0. You thin out some barbecue sauce until you get the barbecue chicken pizzas. When the ground ball to second, Tucker picks it up, fires to first. And Campbell grounds out 4-3 to end the Ram inning here in the 5th. Through 4.5, it's 4-0 Green Wave. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get out a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, Rams Baseball. We enter the home half of the fifth, 4-0 Green Wave. Good hard pitch in there from Blake Jones to Ryan Hutchinson, who leads things off. Count quickly, 0-1. He had an RBI double in the first, repeated the effort back in the third. Won't have that opportunity here in the fifth with nobody on. As he fouls it off, 0-2.
Speaking of cheeseburger, that's the one that you and I each bought.
Delectable today.
That was pretty solid. That's pretty good stuff.
That was amazing stuff. Not trade that for anything.
No.
Ate it quickly.
Could use one of those down in our neck of the woods.
0-2. Swung on a miss. That'll be the first out of the inning. Good bender there.
Great curveball. Jones really snapped that tennis ball can down and got that sideways action, drawing down for a curveball for out number one of the fifth.
Beauty First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. 5 Jefferson County branches. They are the market leader in the county. Malford and Dix, Woodlawn and Inez. 2 locations in Malford, in case you're wondering about my math. First pitch over the plate. Good pitch again for BJ. Blake Jones with 0-1. The count to Tanner Scott. He's grounded out and struck out today. 0 for 2 with the bases empty and 1 out. The bottom half of this fifth inning with his Green Wave on top. Another curveball, 0-2. Outside corner. Good pitch.
I don't want to say much, but if you put a wrinkle on it here, I'm going to say 99% of the time you're going to get a strike call out of it.
Yep. No, not that one.
Well, no, but that was fastball way. That was overthrown fastball hard as I can.
Yeah. Trying to hurry up and get the second out. Fastball. No, the cheeseburger we had coming up was amazing.
No.
I was afraid I'd eat it too fast, so I looked over and saw that yours was almost gone, too.
Oh, yeah.
It was good. 1-2 in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 on, nobody. Let's reverse that. Nobody on, 1 out. In the bottom half of the fifth inning. Jones out of the windup. Took a little something off at that time after going back-to-back fastballs, but foul ball that keeps the 2-2.
Man, look at the North come out of the dugout to get that ball.
He doesn't mess around.
No, in this kind of weather, you can't mess.
2-2 coming. It's going to be low and away. Full count now to Tanner Scott with Sean Dawson on deck. Let's stop thinking about first names there. Not give the wrong guy. Full count will be make or break for Blake Jones. Here comes. Swung and a miss.
Back-to-back strikeouts. Yeah, he's starting to get a little rhythm. I think as the game wears on, and it'd be nice if he could get out of this inning, get another one, and hopefully get a bottom of the 7th in as well. That way you only use one pitcher, because, boy, with 5 games next week and the weather looking pretty decent to get all those games in, that's best. You want to try to get as many innings as you can out of people a day.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon. See all their inventory, including Lincoln Luxury, online at FordSquare.com. It's the first pitch to Sean Dawson. Is low and away for ball 1. 1-0. He's 0 for 2 today. Flew out to right, grounded out to short. 1-0 coming. Ooh, it'll be back to the shortstop. Campbell picks it up, fires across the diamond in time. 1-2-3 go the Green Wave in the fifth through 5. It's 4-0 Mattoon. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Raise your hand if you're tired of showing up for a service appointment only to sit around a waiting room. Hi, Roy Schmidt, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer at King City Chrysler Center. Our express lane fast oil changes and more provide quick, convenient service with no appointment needed. Our specialists are on hand to wait on you with lanes dedicated just for your oil changes, tire rotation, brake inspections, batteries, bulbs, wiper blades, air filter replacements, and more. We will also perform complimentary vehicle inspection with every oil change. We work around your schedule, open weekdays from 7:30 until 5 and Saturdays from 8 a.m. until noon. See Express Lane Fast Oil Changes and more for all of your service needs, and we will get you back on the road quick. We're located at King City Crisis Center at 1603 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Just another reason you can count on us.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Speaking of streaming, the video streaming returns with high school football in the fall, presented by Red Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. As here at Mattoon, we head to the top of the sixth. For the Rams, will be 2, 3, and 4 due up, trailing 4-0. Need to get some offense going here with Millwood, Weber, and Pike. Bolts back out for inning number 6. Right-handed Millwood. Want to get something going here in the top half of this inning. Single back of the first, turns in. It'll be ball 1 inside. 1-0 the count to Reed. He follows us on Twitter. So should you, at WMIX Sports. 1-0. Didn't check his swing. He went around.
I would say between games will not last very long. Mount Vernon has some action in their bullpen. Way down the way. Can't tell really who that is. Mount Vernon does have some action going on.
They're right-handed. Here comes the 1-1.
Well, that doesn't help us at all.
A couple more left.
It's like saying somebody's wearing spikes.
No, they may not be. 1-2 on the count. To Reed Millwood. Of course, the Rams are going to try to play at Busch Stadium on Sunday, May the 4th against Clinton. Here comes the 2-1. Low 3-1. Do that, they'll sell 900 Cardinals tickets. Mount Vernon night will be June 19th. The Cards and the Phillies at Busch Stadium. Tickets are $22 each. Valued at $57. Of course, you're not a Cardinal fan. Might be less of a value for you. That's the 3-1 pitch from this, and it'll be a base on ball. So lead things off for Millwood.
Well, it's a good start. Get the leadoff hitter on and see what goes on. Got to start somewhere. Mount Vernon needs something. Offense generating soon.
Need to get something going. It'll be Thomas Weber. Trailing 4-0 with a runner on and nobody out at the top of the 6th.
The Oakland A's have yet to play a home game, however, tonight for their exhibition game. It is raining, and the toilets are flooding. As last year.
Can't imagine. This will be inside the Weber. Thought you were going to tell me they're going to play at their future home in San Jose tonight.
No, not yet. They do need a new ballpark, though, unfortunately.
Maybe the Montreal Athletics.
Yeah, right. It was fun watching that last night, watching the game at Olympic Stadium again. Missed the orange roof. Oh, they've changed that.
Yeah.
That was fun to watch. I mean, that was, one of those things. Montreal's a great place for baseball. They just need to build a downtown ballpark and it'd be covered.
Right. 1-0 pitch, low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Weber. Runner on first base, nobody out at the top of inning number 6, game 1 of 2 today. Community First Bank of the Heartland brings them both to you. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Find out more about their accounts online at ComFirstBank.net. 2-0 coming. Outside of the low, it's 3-0 to Weber.
This would be a chance. 66 pitches coming in the inning for Pete Holes, and there's to be an opportunity for Mount Vernon maybe to catch him on the upper end of some pitch count, try to get some runs.
Here comes the pitch on the way, outside corner. 3 balls and a strike. Pike on deck for the Rams. A runner on, nobody out. Top 6, trailing 4-0 to Mattoon. Of course, baseball and softball season are here, but what about your corporate season? Make the call to the bullpen for Winning Edge's high-quality embroidered apparel to equip your employee team in style. Winning Edge downtown Mount Vernon. The pitch misses up, but it'll be back-to-back walks to start the inning for the Rams. First and second-year runners for Jake Pike.
Courtesy runner coming in from Mount Vernon, but if I'm Jake Pike, I don't go up here hacking just quite yet. I want to see if Pete Holes can throw a strike. Because right now he seems to be struggling. If that plate's jumping around, he'll get a visit from his coach.
Visit to the Mound is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Ed Black and the Medicine Shop, proud to support the Rams in the local community. Man,
could be worse. Watch. Could be down there in that cold air.
Oh, certainly not playing.
Third baseman playing catch with the first ball, shortstop, second baseman. Yeah, they're playing catch. He must be that good line. Warm up on the infield, get some extra throws in while you're waiting. People's obviously going to stay in, but need some extra throws in there.
Scoreboard updates today, every day, presented by Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent of Mount Vernon. Log on to TonyWilt.com, look for the white State Farm Jeep around town, or find him in his office, corner 42nd and South Water Tower in Mount Vernon. It's about to the top of the 2 o'clock hour. This game's about an hour and 11 minutes old. You're at the top of the 6-4-0 Mattoon. Pike with 2 on it, nobody out. Takes the first pitch. The lefty does outside 1-0.
I think you got to take. You get a strike here. I don't think you could flip their swing. You got to take the heat, throws, and strike.
We await the 1-0. Here it comes. And this one's going to be a ground ball chopped at the first baseman. Scott will misplay. It's a foot race to the bag. It'll be won by Pike, and the bases are loaded.
Here we go. And again, ironically enough, it's the 6th inning. And Mount Vernon again starting something up in the 6th, as they have been very successful in this inning. Last couple of games looking to put a cricket number on the board.
That one played Scott more than Scott played it. It allows the bases loaded.
Sat back and let the ball play in. But most times not. When you do that, you're going to get an error just like that.
See what happens here. As Jackson Fort, the DH digs in. Bases loaded, nobody out. Tying run at the plate. And he was looking for a home run with the first swing. Off.
He was going to hit one over there on one of those houses. He had a nice big uppercut swing there, trying to tie it up with one swing of the bat.
No balls and a strike. Bases loaded. Top 6, 4-0 Green Wave. Rams have the tying run at the plate. The DH Jackson Horton. Now he'll take inside a small walk.
This may be the chance that Mount Vernon has in this game to get back into it. Tying run in the form of Horton at the plate with a 1-1 count.
Nobody out. 1 ball, 1 strike to Horton. Here it comes. In the dirt, 2 balls, no strike. First Bank of the Heartland, the official voice of Rams Athletics here on WMIX. We have 5 Jefferson County branches. Friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. We'd love to be the first to say, welcome back to personal banking. Welcome back to a blooper. It's going to be up the middle. Steps on second for one. Hutchinson fires over to first for the other, and that's going to be a 6-3 double play.
Yeah, Mount Vernon does get a run out of the deal, but a 6-3 double play, no RBI. And Mount Vernon now 4-1, but the only problem is that played in Mattoon's favor. They got 2 outs for the 1 run.
Just kind of hit off the hands. And
wooden bat, that would have broke.
Yep.
Aluminum bat stayed together and pushed it out the shortstop for the 6-3 double play.
Storman tries to rip at a fastball. Misses, 0-1. Single back in the second, struck out in the 4th. Comes up with an RBI chance with a runner on third and 2 outs in the 6th. And just like that, it ain't momentum. Almost gone for the Rams here at the top of the inning, trailing 4-1. Curveball catches the plate. Okay. Good pitch.
Yeah,
I thought.
Yeah.
What do we know? 1-1. 2 outs, runner on third. Pitch it round. That's going to plunk. Thought it came off the head.
Yeah, no, it came off the catcher's mid-high pitch and whatever. Actually, courtesy runner will come in to score. Now it's 4-2. 2-1 count to Storm, and the Rams will start over again.
Interesting. Of course, the courtesy runner, Zach Brookman, comes in across the plate.
And now Mount Vernon's got the lead in half. At least you've done something to get back, to try to get back into this one.
Cut in half. It's 4-2, top of the 6th inning, 2-1 the count. On Sam Storman, 1 for 2 today. He'll swing through and miss, and this is going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Giants on deck. We'll see him if Storman keeps the inning going. Video streaming powered by Red Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu. See how you can save thousands. Curveball, way bad and miss. And that'll end the inning. Of course, video streaming returns in August. We will return in just a moment with the bottom half of the 6th. The Rams trailing 4-2. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
I'm Kevin Snyder with a look at your next rad weather. A little rain early this morning, then clouds will give way to some sun. Today we'll have a high 53. Cold night with patchy clouds, low 29. Sunny skies tomorrow. Warmer with a high 64 and a low tomorrow night of 39. Breezy day Monday with cloudy to partly sunny skies. A shower or thunderstorm around in the evening. We'll have a high of 71 and a low 44. Next, rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back on WMIX, WMIXsports.com. We head to the bottom half of the sixth inning. It'll be 6, 7, and 8. Got Tucker and Richardson in the Mattoon lineup, but we will see a new Ram pitcher. It's right-hander Braden Smith.
Braden Smith comes in for Blake Jones, who went 5 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. 2 of those earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He can only be the loser or no decision and nothing else.
If you're tired of big corporate banking, you have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home, and Dick Sign at Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Home half of the sixth we go. Rams cut it in half an inning ago. Half an inning ago, rather. They trail 4-2. Looks like we'll see the same Green Wave lineup.
If you're Braden Smith, you come in, and now what you want to do is keep it at 4-2 so your Rams can come back in the top of the 7th and try to get back into this one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tried to be here.
Yeah, great facility. We enjoyed the football press box in November.
Like the gym, too.
Like the gym, like everything about that team.
God's
things they've done here.
Yeah, God's going to dig into the back part of the right-handed batter's box and foul one off for 0-1. While we're at that, we'll pause for station identification. This is Rams Radio.
Honored annually by the Illinois Broadcasters Association for broadcast excellence. WMIX Sports is WMIX, Mount Vernon, Peoria, Paducah, a Withers broadcasting station.
Yes, indeed. As the 0-1 pitch while they're away bounced off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike to Mitch Gott. He's 2 for 2 today. He's singled twice, scored once, and was back in the 4th. And one of the unearned runs for Blake Jones. Here comes the next one. That's going to be high. With 2-1 count to Godwin with Tucker on deck. Tucker reached on there and scored back in the 4th. Thus far, those 2 unearned runs, difference in the game. Rams trail 4-2 here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 on the count. Here comes the pitch on the way. Smith will send a fastball lifted to right center field. Outfielders on the run. Neither Giants nor Story can get to it as Giants slips in the outfield. Story will pick it up and fire it in to keep it at a double.
Now, Mattoon's been very successful about hitting the right center today. Cannot complain as he got to second base, and we're getting some yells from the 3 fans sitting above the 360 mark in the back of the truck. He waved to him out there in left center. I'm sure Godwin appreciates their efforts to come out here in this cold weather and cheer him and his Green Wave on. Well, a few schools in Illinois where the mascot nickname doesn't end in S.
Yes, there aren't any.
Grayville, Gulfport, Bureau Valley.
As this will be a bunt down on the side of the pitcher. Smith has no play.
That's an E1.
Yep.
Went down, pick, dropped it, had to go back in, and Mount Vernon. First 2 runners get on, a double and an error, and it's 1st and 3rd and nobody out. Yeah, I know, I've stumped you.
We've done this before.
Yeah.
Salt Fork, Bureau Valley.
Yeah. Rams in Grayville. Come in, Grayville.
Mattoon. As we wait a pitch on the way, here it comes from Smith, the right-handed batter, Corbin Richardson. He'll take it a low one away. Ball 1. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th. Runners at the corners, should say no outs. And a 4-2 ball game here in the bottom half of the 6th. Smith looks back. Now out of the stretch will come, and that actually hit the batsman.
Up. That hit, so everybody will have to return now. Space is loaded. So now instead of adding water to fire, you're adding gas to the fire, and it's starting to burn as quick as things on the golf course would.
WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. Express Lane, fast oil changes and more at King City Chrysler Center, 1603 Broadway.
Nice. Yeah. Tim Holloway will have a meeting of the minds.
Be presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black. That's a young.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Reese in that picture we just
I just retweeted. Jonathan Verheim's just put one on there. I don't know how old that is.
That's got to be
like Channel 8.
That's what, early 80s?
Early 80s at least.
That was many, 3-minute appearances ago.
Muscuda beat Westland 12-0 in 5 innings in the first game. They lead Westland 2-1 after 4 in the second game. Of course, Westland is a team Mount Vernon will play. Muscuda is a team that Mount Vernon will play here in a couple of weeks. Westland would be a good matchup.
I was going to say.
There's nobody in the coaching that would be a good matchup, really.
Good baseball conference, too. Good conference overall. It's going to be up and in. Alley on the first pitch. Bases loaded, nobody out. 1-0 the count. Bottom of the sixth. Rams will have their last chance coming up at the top of the seventh with the bottom of the order due up. You're in game number 1. We'll have game 2 for you here coming up. And this one will be high. It'll be ball 1 to Alley. 2 to Alley. 2. Wow.
Nowhere to put him. Got to throw strikes. Let him put it in play. See if your defense can make a play for you.
Well, your Schmidt Relay postgame show coming up when it's time. We'll run down your scoring and stats. Get your player of the game here in this first game. As this misses inside to Alley. 3-0.
Oh, got to come home now.
Bases loaded. Only 1 hit in the inning for the Green Wave. Hitters count at 3-0 for Alley. There's an error and a hit batsman. As Carter Price, the lefty, on deck. This one will miss low. That'll be a base on balls RBI.
Yeah. Walk and an RBI to Alley, and it rolls back to the top of the order with nobody out. Now, if you're Mount Vernon, you have to get some outs. Thomas Weber is going to go out and talk to Mr. Smith, kind of settle him down, tell him you got to throw strikes. They're looking at the bullpen, but I don't think they want. It's not much. I don't think Mount Vernon wants to go bullpen unless they really have to here in this situation.
Pardon me. What was it last time?
Thomas Weber talking, waiting, looking, and maybe going to have a change here. Maybe not. Yeah, we are. Here comes Tim Holloway. They're waiting for somebody to get warmed up down the bullpen.
Tim Holloway is going to make his appearance at the mound. He'll visit presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy in Mount Vernon, 2339 Broadway. Dr. Eric Black and staff proudly support the local community. With that said, while they will have a change in pitchers, we'll go ahead and take a break. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Did your bank recently stop offering free checking? People's National Bank still has free checking with the added convenience of a Visa check card, online banking, bill pay, money pass, and mobile banking. Stop by People's National Bank located at 413 South 34th Street in Mount Vernon today for details on how to get your free checking account.
People's National Bank, serving Southern Illinois since 1909. Member FDIC, non-usage fees may apply.
Feed me, Seymour. Rend Lake College's production of the cult classic Little Shop of Horrors is coming Thursday through Sunday, April the 3rd through the 6th, to the Rend Lake College Theater in Ina. This musical is a spoof of the 1960 film about a Skid Row floral assistant who discovers a carnivorous plant. As the meat-eating plant grows, so do the problems. Thursday through Saturday performances are at 7 p.m., and a Sunday matinee is at 2 p.m. Tickets are only $12. Call the Rend Lake College box office at 437-5321, extension 1467.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. Mount Vernon Rams hurler will now be Dalton Beck, who comes on in relief here in the 6th inning with the bases loaded in a 5-2 game and nobody out. Woof.
Yeah. Mount Vernon has to limit this to 1. And you can't let Mattoon get any more. You've only scored 2 runs yourself. You get down by any more than 5-2. Prospects and chances of coming back in this one start to slim.
Book not yet closed on Braden Smith.
No, did not get an inning, did not score an out, gave him no hits, 2 walks, no strikeouts. He's given up a run. It was unearned. But other than that, he's still responsible for the other 3 guys out there on the bases.
There he is. It's like, I only see 2, but the bases are loaded. What happened? Meeting over there at third base coach.
Yeah. A lot of teams do that anymore.
Might as well take advantage of the time given. RBI double the last time for Carter Price. He's 1 for 3 today. Now as the bases loaded, nobody out in the 6th. First pitch from Beck across the outside corner to the left-handed batter for a strike, 0-1. The action today is presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Always bank with your hometown team. Community First Bank, never far away in Jefferson County. Home of the one account is free checking and high-yield interest. One strike on the count here. 0-1 pitch coming outside, pushed off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike, but the base is juiced. Nobody out. 5-2 is the Green Wave lead.
Fourth pitch here, 1-1. Make a play if you get it 2-1 outside. Infield in at all spots on the grass. Wait.
2 balls and a strike to the lefty, Carter Price. The lefty Peyton Hartbank on deck. Could even see Ryan Hutchinson, and that could be trouble here in the inning. Ground ball just past the pitcher, gets past Campbell, sees its way up the middle. Not much the Ram defense can do. It's going to play a couple. Now, maybe an error on the outfield, but Giants is able to get it in, and 2 more across the plate. It's 7-2.
Yeah, 2 RBI single by Price. It took it right back up the middle. And there wasn't a lot that anybody could do defensively. Just well-placed hit, and Mount Vernon again will have to have the infield in. I was expecting he might want to keep the middle, a double play around there. Nope, they're going to bring him in. They got to get this run. Nobody out yet for Mattoon. That's the biggest part.
And Peyton Hartbank stands in. He is 1 for 2 today. He's singled, he's walked, and he's grounded out to second. He scored twice. Dalton Beck, only responsible still for the runner on first base. The rest of them, well, the only other, I should say, belongs to Smith. Here at the bottom of the 6th, nobody out, runners at the corner, 7-2 ball game. We have pitch outside, catches the corner of the plate, 0-1. Second Chance Auto is one of your Ram Booster sponsors. They have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles, priced at $10,000 in one location. Make great financing for all. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals. Second Chance Auto has been around for 34 years. There's some reasons why. Pitch in the dirt, runner going to go down to second. Good move there by Price.
Caravan of Chicago Mount Carmel.
There's one. That's the one I usually come up with.
Yeah.
First. So I went Salt Fork, and it threw me off.
Yeah. One that does not have an S on it. Is there a nickname?
Lays off the pitch on 1-1. It'll be 1-2.
Good pitch that time by Beck. Has to get it out. More action in the Mount Vernon bullpen, but you just have to get it out. Can't go through a bunch of pitchers. They with 5 games next week.
North Lawndale, Charter, Phoenix.
Yep, the Phoenix. That's always a good one to grab.
This one's going to be hit the opposite way by a left-handed bat. That'll sneak in for a base hit. Could be extra bases. 2 runs will come in to score around first, headed for second as Peyton Hartbank. With nobody out, it'll leave an RBI chance for Ryan Hutchinson.
Yeah, Hartbank has been involved in everything. And our 2 RBI double that time, and it goes from 4-2 to 9-2 that quickly in this inning. Closes the book on Braden Smith. 4 runs, 3 of them were earned. And his ERA not helped. And right now, Mattoon with a 5 spot here in the 6th, still batting with nobody out. And in this case, you'll see their batters run the home plate because they know they got an opportunity maybe to get some good swings in this case.
Well, they get 3 more runs across. They end it here. Here comes the pitch on the way. That's going to get away to third base. Will go Peyton Hartbank. It'll be a runner on third with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th in a 9-2 game. Green Wave up a touchdown.
Yep.
First time we said that.
They take time out. Let's see. Harrisburg softball beat Shawnee 19-0. They're 5-0 this year already. Coach Stewart's got them going.
He coaches softball, too?
I think he does.
Wow. Doing it all.
He'd be another one to get on.
1-0 count, but this is going to be a hard-hit ground ball off of the mid of Campbell. Going to fire on down the first. The run will score. The runner at first is safe, and that is going to be the 10th run across the plate on the third Mount Vernon error.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That ball was hit right at Campbell. If he makes the play cleanly and then throws the first, they get the out, but he bobbled it, and that allowed the run to score in a runner. The hitter, which is Hutchinson, to speed through first and reach on the error. And boy, it was a close game. 7 runs now, or 6 runs in the inning by Mattoon. They lost to Geneseo last night.
1-1 coming in. And
now Mount Vernon is Mets here in the 6th inning.
Pitch on the way to Tanner Scott. We're going low and away for a strike. They're a batter away from having batted around. Still nobody else. Pitch on the way, takes it high, evens things out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Dawson on deck would represent the 9th batter of the inning, in which they've scored 6 thus far. Checking on Hutchinson over at first, almost got away. The throw from back. Beck now responsible for 2 of the runs. He's responsible for the runner on first base. The book was closed a while back. On Braden Smith, here comes. This one's going to be lifted right center field, and both outfielders misplay this. As it'll go shopping at the gap, Scott is going to be around first, headed for second. They're going to wave Hutchinson in. It will not be a throw in. It is 11-2.
That has been the place of choice for Mattoon today. Most of their hits in that right center field gap is driving the ball the opposite way. Not worried about being the Studley ego in this team of trying to pull everything, just driving the ball in the right center field gap. And it looked like to me that the outfielders from Mount Vernon really didn't get a very good jump, either one of them, off that ball that was hit.
Oh, they both watched it, unfortunately. Only they knew exactly where it's at. Is in will step Sean Dawson. With a well-placed base hit, DC, this could be a walk-off at-bat for Dawson. 11-2 your score. If it gets to 12, it'll end right away. Game 1 will. Pitch and route coming. It's going to be a good backstab there. Good stab by, or backhand, I should say, for Thomas Weber on a pitch that almost got away. And it's 2-0 here to Dawson, batting around at the bottom of the 6th. 11-2 in game number 1. Game 2 will come up a bit shortly after this one, as this is going to be opposite way near the light standard. It's got that kind of height. We have foul ball for 2-1. Tony Will brings you your scoreboard updates. Find him online at TonyWill.com. He's also in his office, maybe right now. Probably doing some Saturday work. Who knows? I know he works a lot. Or you can look for the lot of State Farm people around town. Get you better state with State Farm. 2-1 pitch. This one. Al going to the practice field. 2-2.
The thing about this here, you talked about the practice fields are right for football and tennis courts over there, and they have the soccer field, and they have the coverage for both, both teams and officials and scorekeepers and stuff over there. The sheds.
Like it. Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Runner on second. The game-ending run on second base. He will try for third. Weber not going to have a play. On the hippity hop there around the plate. That's a full count. Easter is on its way.
Yes. Still kind of way off, though, considering that Easter is late this year. I think the latest possible date you can have Easter, based on so many things.
What they say. Pitch on the way, and it's going to be a 2-out walk. That pitch was low, and it'll be a 2-out walk for runners at the corners with nobody out at the bottom of the 6th. The game-ending run is 90 feet away.
Yeah, this has been Mattoon's been very impressive here. Mount Vernon's kind of opened the door for him a little bit. Boy, once they left that cracked open, the Green Wave kind of rolled right through. Big inning here of 7 runs, looking for 8 to end this one.
Pitch on the way, fouled off by Gott. He started the inning with a double, and like everybody else for the most part, it's come around to score. Game-ending run on third. Runner on first, nobody out. 0-1 the count for Mitch Gott. It ended here, and it kind of gets to the standpoint if you're a Ram player right now, just getting them out of the misery. It'll be 1-1. We'll have Game 2 coming up for you shortly. Pre-game will probably be maybe about 15 minutes max after the end of Game 1. Can't imagine you're going to wait around too long to get it started. 1-1 coming. Nope, going to miss outside. 2 balls and a strike to the right-handed Mitch Gott. Right-handed pitcher on the bump. It's Dalton Beck. Came on in relief of Braden Smith, and like his predecessor, has yet to get an out in the inning. Comes, and this one should do it, as that is going to get in the right center field gap, and the Green Wave are going to win this 12-2. Should be over right here.
Yep.
We'll wait just to make sure so you don't miss any action, but that should be a walk-off base hit for Mr. Gott. And that's going to do it. We'll come back with your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, one will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is Chase Landers with Landers Collision Centers. Imagine this. You're driving down the road. It's dark as can be outside. Thank goodness you just had that left headlight bulb replaced. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to see a thing. Now, close your eyes. Okay, don't close your eyes. You're supposed to be driving. Imagine noticing a slight twinkle off to the left, just above the ditch. What is that, you think to yourself? All of a sudden, whap! You've just encountered your first deer hit. The left side of your vehicle is beat up pretty bad. The next thing I want you to imagine is very simple. Picking up your phone and dialing 1-888-LANDERS to set up your repair. Deer claims are common, and usually a very simple process which fall under comprehensive coverage. This is Chase Landers asking you to allow Landers to be your collision repair shop of choice. Whether it be a deer hit, fender bender, or the regular, uh-oh, sorry mom, Landers is here for you whenever you need us. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. 1-888-LANDERS, that's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
And we welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. End of game 1. The Rams are short game, 12-2 by the Green Wave. You're on the road in Mattoon. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski. Schmidt Chevrolet, of course, located 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon. SchmidtChevrolet.com, as DC has your scoring and stats from game 1.
Most certainly, Mount Vernon, 2 runs, 2 hits, 3 errors, 2 left on base. Mattoon, 12 runs, 10 hits, 1 error, 4 left on base. A.J. Peoples is the winner, going the distance. Blake Jones, the loser, in a game that took 1 hour and 35 minutes. Mount Vernon loses 12-2 in 5 innings.
There you go. We'll have plenty more coming up. We'll have your player of the game on your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. We need to take a break. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get in a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
It's time for every golfer's favorite holiday. Super Demo Day returns to the Rinley College Golf Outlet Saturday, April 5th from 10 till 4. Free range balls, free fittings, and free expert advice from industry professionals. 12 of the hottest brands will be showcased, including TaylorMade, Callaway, and Ping. Hit some balls with a new 2014 driver, like the new Callaway Big Bertha, or get fitted for the new Ping I-25 irons. Real golfers can't miss this event. It's Super Demo Day, Saturday, April 5th at the Rinley College Golf Outlet, just off the interstates in Mount Vernon.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And welcome you back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com, your Schmidt Chevrolet post-game show. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside. Player of the game?
I hadn't thought about it.
No,
we really haven't talked much about it. Reed Millwood reached twice and scored a run. That was one guy that had a good first game.
There you go. Burrito it is. Your play of the game, game number 1. We're going to take a break, get you some America's Best music back for you in between games. Game number 2 coming up shortly. Rams fall in the first, 12-2 in 6 innings. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is sponsored by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXsports.com. Now back to America's Best Music on the legendary WMIX.